listening to the Hanging from the Rafters podcast.
I dislike it on a personal level.
I dislike it extremely. I don't hate it, but I dislike it to the point where if you don't stop, I may hit you.
With Chris Rafter.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Why don't you go back to fucking France or wherever the hell you're from?
Yeah.
Pull it out. Let's see it. What are we even fucking doing here?
Austin Rafter.
I can't believe what's happening to me. You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Bryce Silver.
Ghana herpes I got it from this one tramp that I was with. Come on, you idiot. You gotta. What do you mean? Anyway, brother, here's Wonderwall.
And Tim Morris.
Do you think the mimes actually stab people, or do you think they just mime it? Jamie, can you pull up a video of somebody's head being crushed by sonar? That'd be great.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Well, they're all in Maine, but
No, Hey Arnold
most of them,
isn't.
a lot of them are in
We're
Derry.
live.
A lot of them are specifically in Derry, Maine, where it is. And the idea is, but
No,
the premise
I
is
can't-
to be that like whatever
can't hear
happened
anything.
happened while it was asleep. And so like, it has its like 27-year like down period after it feeds.
Talking to the
That's
And
good.
so like then fucking some aliens come in while the fucking kids are out of the way, and then like now they come back for the end of it, and that's like the idea.
Is Derry, Maine a real place?
No, it's
okay.
it's one of
Fictional.
his fictional places.
no.
Ooh,
Just
Tim
break
got
your cigarette in
frustrated.
half?
Oh,
Oh,
bummer.
party foul, dude.
Good job.
What is this?
You should leave.
Is this for? Oh, this is for olives.
That's for stabbing you with.
It's for all of us.
This is for stabbing you in the ear.
I'm gonna
Fix
put
the
very
sound,
small
broke
hole.
my cigarette.
What is that thing for,
I
though? Really?
smokes with cigarettes.
I smoke with
Good
cigarettes.
Lord.
And it's broken.
And
And
there
it
it
sounds
goes
broken again.
We need to break this damn table, apparently,
Or get a new one, too.
or get a new
Might
one,
work.
big one,
Oh,
big old
gotcha.
like the Sons of Anarchy one.
Yeah.
Even though we have nothing
Oh,
to do with
yeah.
that.
I always like the premise that you
Just
think
get
about.
that one.
When you see that, it implies that it implies that a member of the motorcycle club at one point either went to an artist and said, "I like this cool table with this whole design," or even better, made it themselves.
Right, right.
Some
That's-
fucking
That's the one I like, is that one of them is just a
yeah.
master
One of them's just a
woodworker.
fucking awesome artist, and he made this shit himself. Just
That
he's
i-
like, "I love this."
That explains Nick Offerman's character in season 2.
Oh, it does.
He's not actually in it, but that'd be funny if he was.
I love how his thing that like when he's talking about people like fucking loving his character is fucking whatever what the fuck is his character from Parks and Rec?
Oh, Ron Swanson.
His Ron Swanson character, he's like, my brother, and he's like, more specifically, my sister is the fucking survivalist in our family. I did art classes, I did acting classes, and they did fucking actual woodwork and shit.
No, he's
He would have been
actually
the drama geek, right?
he's a
Yeah.
carpenter. He's a carpenter and a mill worker.
Is he? But he
Yeah.
he was
He has
even
a
saying
book.
like
But
he was-
compare-
he was
compared
talking
to
about
that,
how
he's a
like he
giant
said like
nerd.
his brother and
He
sister
is.
are way more manly than he's like.
Maybe.
My sister makes you look like such a puss when it comes to manliness.
Maybe
She's a
but
fucking man.
That dude builds canoes. He actually has books on how to
Yeah.
build like really nice canoes.
It was more. I think it was more
It
just
was
him
weird.
referencing the character Ron Swanson
Right.
himself. They're like, I'm not Ron Swanson. I'm an actor.
No,
I
he's
went to
very
acting
liberal.
classes. And
very liberal. Which I mean, most actors tend to be,
yeah,
except for that one dude who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ. It was very
he's
big
very
deal
very conservative.
to him to let you know that not only is God real, but I'm Jesus.
But I am actual Jesus himself.
Speaking of Jesus, you're listening from the Rafters podcast with Austin and Tim, Bryce, Tracy, and Lindsay on the ones and twos.
Tim's got a lot of trinkets today. He's
Tim
got
brought
this
a bunch
little
of stuff.
air
What is that?
freshener
It's
thing.
it's the modern way
He's
to
making
get
his
yourself.
own crushes.
Oh, the
Crush,
cr-
yeah.
oh.
It's
Like
smart.
showing,
Hey,
Mama
I
Light.
watch it. Tim's a forerunner on this shit because watching 5 years.
Forerunner?
Yeah, the
car?
Did you?
The Toyota.
He's a forerunner from fucking
Call
what's
him-
it called?
Call him Timmy the Toyota.
It's forerunner from fucking Halo. The Halo forerunners who created the civilization.
Yes.
And I think there's other fucking movies that have it. But he's watching 5 years. You won't see them selling $20 packs of fucking cigarettes like he was getting. He was getting like $20 packs of crushes because they're illegal now out in California.
Are they?
Yeah, oh yeah. You're not
I
supposed
didn't
to
know
have
that.
at
I
all.
don't smoke cigarettes anymore, so I don't know.
Last year,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
when I quit
Neither.
too.
Oh,
They got
yeah.
rid of the no more menthols.
I was buying
No
like
Because they're
way.
like
He's
appealing
buying
to black
packs
people.
for
So
fucking
I was
it's,
buying like
$20
one.
packs.
I was buying one a week, like
there's
as a treat.
there's like a child at a fucking liquor store selling.
But now they
illegal
just realized they're
cigarettes.
like,
Oh man! So this was the best. Like I fucking I walk into this liquor store and behind the counter is like a 5-year-old, like a little 5-year-old Asian kid.
This has happened a couple of
And,
times. I've heard.
I robbed them.
So I
So I robbed this kid.
So I asked the adult fucking standing like 10 feet behind him. No, he's like right behind him. But I asked the adult for a pack of fucking smokes, and the little kid just like reaches out his hand, takes my card, and puts it in the machine.
oh, that's definitely
And
some
while
shit.
he's putting it in the machine, like my card is cracked because I don't know. I've gone through like 5 of them.
Yeah.
But he looks at my card and he starts like pulling it apart where it's cracked.
Oh.
And, just look, and this little kid just looks up at me like, "What the fuck's up with this?"
Jackass. I love how you definitely realize that's some shit that the parents are like, well, if he's doing it, he can't go to jail. We'll just get a fine, and he's not. No one's gonna actually do some jail time here.
It'd be funny if he carded you and he's like, you don't. You
Yeah,
don't look
you're not
fucking
a-
21.
Can I see your ID?
I remember I definitely talked
Look, I
about.
spent a lot of time in preschool, and you don't look 21 to me.
But I was like, man, you guys should just have him run the store. And like the dude behind me in line, he picks up one
He
of the
does.
he picks up one of the like little mini liquor bottles. He's like, yeah, if anybody gets out of line, he can just smack him upside the head with it.
I don't even think that it's like fucking Mel was most wanted. Yeah, if you would have tried to rob us, I would have laid you out with this.
I would have had to lay you out with this and this.
I remember fucking my buddy. I've never talked about it on the podcast. My buddy used to live over downtown, and we went to this liquor store by his house, and it was 100% a front. They had
know that
his
liquor
sister.
store.
His
There's
sister
nothing in
walks
there.
in. Well, there's nothing in there. There's like one, like a fucking loaf of bread that's pre-sliced, that's 40 years old.
Underneath
His
it,
sister
about
straight
10
up
grams of
grabs a
crack.
pair of like a pack
They
of
have two
fucking
types of cigarettes.
what's called
What is this?
fucking whatever for your period. What the fuck is it called?
Pads
Pads for
or
your
tampons? Which one?
Tampons.
Pick
They were
one.
actually specifically tampons, and she's like, they
Bryce knows all
haven't
the
made
feminine
these
products.
in 35 years. She's like, they made these
From
when
the
I was
Reagan
a child
administration.
and never again.
Oh my God.
These
so,
were
like, it's clear-
these were discontinued
we're all
because they
like
caused
hungover.
These have
vaginal
fucking lead in
problems.
them.
No, we're all like hungover trying to get cigarettes, and we're like, "Can we have a pack of Reds?" And he looks back and he's like, "There's 2 packs of cigarettes." He's like, "No, that's not one of the 2 packs that we have."
we have Camels and Lucky Strikes, and that's it.
Lucky
They're all
Strike.
from the front.
They they came from World War II.
We
They're left over.
have Smoke and Smoke Plus.
That was where we were like, after the cigarettes, we walked through, and that's when his sister's like, "They haven't made these tampons in like 35 years." Like, oh shit,
So
there's
these
a
are
fucking
collector's
front.
items
I-
at this point.
I'm sure if you check like the fucking CA tags on the fucking cigarettes, they were probably like multiple years old.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. What do you think
go
it's front
bad?
for?
But so we're on the subject
Yeah,
of
you do.
like super conservative people. Who's the dude from fucking Passions of the Christ?
I don't know his name,
Jesus.
but
His
he's in.
name's Jesus. His name's
He's in
Jesus
that
Christ.
new.
Anyways.
His name is Jesus. Yeah.
Carla, they just posted
He's our
on
Lord
the-
and Savior.
They just posted on TMZ today. I guess Carlos Santana in the middle of his concert today went on a super huge
Oh,
like
yeah.
anti-trans
Really?
Because as a musician, that's important
Isn't
to
that
do.
like 100?
Well, my favorite was when they found out that like he had his like second guitarist for 30 years. I think it was like E40 when found him out in Oakland, and like he's living on the streets, and the guy's like, "Oh yes, play with Carlos Santana," and so like it became a huge deal, and Carlos Santana went and like talked to him, and the guy was like, "Yeah, man, you kind of fucking left me high and dry, and I went homeless, you dick."
What did he even do?
He just like he was his second guitarist, and like one day I guess he got in a fight, and Carlos Santana's like, "Hey man, this is fucking Santana, not fucking Santana
You
and
didn't leave
whatever
him
your
high and
name
dry.
is."
You didn't toe the line, dude. That's your fault.
Yeah, like,
Santana didn't do shit wrong there.
but it
Now
was
talking
just, like,
about
it was
trans
just,
people.
It was more about like Santana coming in, being like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you out," and he's like, "Yeah, you wouldn't need to help me out if you wouldn't told me to get fucked because I want to go. I want to play my own like fucking solo or something."
It's not your band, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, at the same time, like you're a hired musician
Yeah.
in a big existing act. Shut the fuck
There's
up and play
something
your
I'm
part.
definitely not getting here that like it was a big deal that like it was like his fucking lifelong friend that one
was
day
the
they
guy
got
from
into like
Matchbox
an
20.
old disagreement and told to get
I'm
fucked.
living on the street now. It's tough
As I say,
times.
It
since
was
you,
his,
since
Beat
you
his
don't-
testicles.
It was his ex-gay trans
Beat his
lover.
testicles. What's his name? Rob something.
Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas. Beat his testicles.
beat his testicles. Beat his testicles.
Watch your ass, Newman.
This is Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20. Rob, sing something. Shut up.
Shut up! Shut up! The way he leans in, watch your ass, New Meat.
He goes back and there's just some random black guy and like a little white dude. Thought it was
We
Rob
told you
Thomas.
to get out of here, man.
Fucking,
Thought it was specifically Sinbad and Rob
Sinbad,
Thomas.
yeah.
Like that's so
Biggest
great.
testicle.
I love the fucking Kazam thing with Sinbad.
Yeah.
Where like people were convinced. Have you heard about this?
Yeah,
so, like,
the conspiracy.
He,
that it's not a
so
movie.
it's a real thing. He did it was in some old
Shazam.
80s. No, it was an old 80s skit show.
No.
He did a skit called Kazam.
It was
where
a-
he
it
played
was a
black
variety.
fucking-
Picture comes
But
from.
he was supposed to
It
be
was
like a
Sinbad's.
hood-ass.
It was the Genie Sinbad's Variety Hour is what it was called.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but the premise used to be like a hood ass fucking genie, and that was like everyone just remembers this Kazam thing. Like, nah, it wasn't Shaq. It was fucking.
They don't even
Sinbad.
remember it from that. They don't know what
You
they remember
that
it
movie
from.
where Shaq was a superhero.
Steel.
Steel. He is
He's
fucking.
like he lives in like a group.
Oh, that
what
is
is
that
trash?
is such an underrated fucking movie because Steel,
Underrated?
that character, Steel is one of the badass.
There's a
badass-
difference between
He's
a
a
movie.
horrible
John
actor and it's
Henry Steele.
fantastic.
I was say there's a
John Henry,
difference
yeah.
between a movie being underrated and a character being cool.
No.
The
That
character is
movie was
cool.
great.
The
Remember-
movie sucked
Remember
ass.
that bitch was in the wheelchair, and he's like, "Don't be sitting in a wheelchair. Bust this window open. Look out outside the door. You see there's sunlight in here, you bitch. Come help me be a superhero."
I feel
he
like
was a
I'm gonna-
badass.
I feel like I'm gonna watch this, and it's just Shaft with a superpower. Too.
He's kind of
Basically.
no, because Shaft was Samuel Jackson.
Right, he's just making a line of comparison. He's saying he has a feeling he's going to watch it, and it's going to be their attempt at doing that, but just Shaquille O'Neal, and he's made out of metal and has a big maul.
He had like a truck that was like a magnet, so when they got the guns on him, and he hits a button and it just takes all their guns.
I love the scene where like they go. He's gonna jump from like building to building, and they're like, not only are you a 6'6" person who weighs 400 pounds on your own, you're wearing a
7'4".
bunch of fucking steel on you. This adds 400 pounds. You're not gonna die. You're gonna die.
He's
And
7'4",
he's like, no,
sir.
I got this, bitch. I got this.
Not
So,
6'6". What are you doing?
I just want to clear up. This is not us changing our endorsement for movie of the year. It is still.
Thanks for
Steel.
clearing that up, dude.
It is still Special Dead.
Special Dad.
We don't want to misinform the
Fucking
listeners.
Chris hated it.
Special Dead.
Chris hated the
Oh my
shit. Our
God.
buddy Chris hated the shit out. He
Can we
was
talk
all
about
mad.
that?
That was like
No,
my
we never
favorite
watched.
movie
We
of the
need
year.
to watch
I
it.
have-
They're like
haven't seen
zombies,
it, but-
but they're
You were
like
watching it with
retarded
us.
people in like fucking in a
Wheelchair?
wheelchair.
So the zombie apocalypse
zombie movie, but
comes
they're
not
and it
even.
hits a special ed camp.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
It's more
super
like
low
a-
budget, like
It's
shitty.
more like Night of
Oh,
the Living.
man.
It's more like Night of the Living Dead, and the premise in that like one guy gets bit by a zombie or like gets the zombie infection, and he's got what's the one where you say like random cuss words?
Threads.
He got Tourette's, and so he's sitting there like fuck, motherfucker, fuck, and then he gets like bit by a zombie, and now he's walking as a zombie. He's like motherfucker, fuck, and like,
And that is how the movie starts.
and then then
Someone put
then
like
you-
$100 grand down.
Oh yeah.
and
Like
that was
that
it.
stupid
And
movie.
that was
They
it.
probably didn't make shit, but you cut into like these people who probably at one time themselves, I'm gonna be a real actor. I'm gonna be a good real actor.
No.
Need a
But
break.
now they're just doing like, I don't like the zombies. Hey, I don't like the zombies.
That does sound like a terrible fucking movie.
It is terrible, but it's hilarious.
But he was like angry with how bad it was.
Oh, he was
Oh,
so
he was
mad.
getting angry because our other buddy loved it. And he's like, it's a
He didn't-
fucking joke. It's supposed to be a
Yeah,
joke.
he didn't understand
He
that?
didn't get it at all. He was
Oh my
mad that
God.
like it's a
He
shitty
was mad
movie.
that we wouldn't turn it off and put something else
Yeah.
on.
Well, have you ever
Sorry
tried
the
to?
Coen brothers don't direct the porn I watch. They're very hard to get a hold of.
Well, it's like trying to watch. You ever watch The Room? Tommy Wiseau's movie.
Oh yes.
Like we watched that, and like that movie, while it is painful to watch, like in a
did not.
serious
I
manner,
played the game.
like knowing that it's bad, like makes it fun. Like I
you
don't see
never-
how you couldn't understand
You never
that.
played The Room, the game? There's a 2D side scroller of The Room,
Oh, I
the
thought-
movie.
I was thinking
in
you
a
meant
game
the
form.
Silent Hill game because that's actually not too bad.
Oh,
That one's pretty good. It's it's
oh,
it's
yeah,
all
the, like,
riddles
the
and spooky
preview
puzzles
they,
and
I
shit.
remember, like,
But
they did that shit and they
I didn't
made
know they
like
made-
this nice ass preview. Wasn't that the new one, Silent Hill? They're
that's
gonna
the no, that was from a while ago. That was the playable teaser.
then, like,
And
they
that was
cut
supposed to be
it
called
out?
Silent Hills, I believe. But I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they cut that one and redid it. But that playable, I'll say that playable teaser is still the scariest piece of media I've ever seen in my life.
That
Did you
fucking
play
game,
Did you
dude.
play the new? Have you played the new Silent? Not Silent Hills. What's the zombie one?
Silent Night.
No.
Left 4 Dead?
Dead
Zombie,
Space.
zombie.
Left 4 Dead?
It's the original. It's
Resident Evil?
You're not good at this, man.
T-Virus.
Resident Evil. You
Resident
said
Evil. So Resident Evil 7, you play either that or 8. No. Those are fucking terrifying. They're a fucking horror movie, a real horror movie in a game.
Dude.
Like 7, you get like. You come into some like hick ass fucking backwoods.
7 is way worse
backwoods
than 8.
like fucking whatever fucking house, and like the girl that you're coming with, you're gonna get married, and then you find out they're fucking crazy hillbillies who are like have this mycelium that make them fucking like super powered. And like you kill your wife, and you're walking through, and you think you're good, and then she fucking chops your arm off.
Why did you kill your wife in the game?
Cause she's a fucking evil
She
mycelium bitch.
attacks you, so you end up having to fucking kill her.
Myceliums, it's
then, like,
really
you're-
mushrooms are the name of the game in both of those movies.
I mean, yeah. Once
wa-
people figured out that that's like the most abundant life form on the planet and that could be potentially dangerous, they're like, let's make this for every zombie
that
thing.
shit
That
scared
whole,
the shit out of me.
TV show and movie, what's
Last
it
of
called?
Us.
That's just based on like
Well, that was the
one that like
game.
takes over like
Ants and shit.
Ants
Well,
and
it's,
shit.
Yeah.
What's the fuck? Is
But
What does it
that
do with the
that
people?
part
It's a
that
type
part
of cordyceps.
that part
Cordyceps, yeah.
Austin's talking about though, like you're just walking down a hallway, and like the door next to you just explodes, and this bitch is chopping your arm off with an
Oh,
axe.
you're like walking it. You're like, yeah. You think like you stab her to death because she goes like, she's like, "Ah, my dad's gonna kill you, so I'm gonna kill you.
How was
Like, as far as you know,
stab
she
her,
was
and
gone.
You
like-
stab her like 6 times, and then like, you think you're good. You're walking around like fucking limping around the house. And then I know she breaks through and fucking chops the half your hand off. You're like, fucking bitch.
So you have to play half the
But
game
that's-
with one hand?
But that's like that's Resident Evil in general. Like I remember back when we were kids,
No, but you
like
asked the
Resident
girl, she
Evil
gives you a
2.
hand.
You were playing that like
She gives you
towards
a
the
hand.
beginning of the game. You're just walking down a
Well-
hallway, and one of those fucking like liquor
can hear
things
you,
just
but
Yeah.
drops on you,
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like out of nowhere, and it fucks
Oh,
you
that's
up.
better.
I remember watching Justin play 2. 2 is
I always
legitimately
remember
scary.
it was Resident Evil 4, Days of Our Lives. Do you ever watch
Days
that
of
on-
Our Lives?
There is a thing where someone does a playthrough Resident Evil 4, but it's called Resident
It's
Evil
called
4
Resident
Days of Our
Evil
Lives.
as the world
I think
turns.
it's called Resident Evil Days of Our Lives.
It's called
someone.
Resident Evil Port
No, but
Charles.
it's Resident Evil 4, and like the whole time when all the bad guys are sitting there going, Aqua, Barbie girl. It's the premise of
So
the
it's called Resident Evil General Hospital.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
Luke and Laura get married, dude. It's gonna be a big thing.
That's like the fucking
It's a real
somebody
thing. Go look
somebody
it up.
did Doom where they replaced every single part of the game with Al Bundy.
Hey,
Oh, you mean? Do you
Oh,
mean
no,
Jerry
no,
Seinfeld?
they
Tim
replaced
Allen.
him with
Tim
Tim
Allen.
Allen.
literally did
yeah.
this on the
Yeah.
podcast. We brought it up.
It's worth revisiting.
It's so annoying though, because like in the way they did it, they literally replaced everything. So all the weapons, all the bad guys, all
sound,
the
every-
doors, all the floor tiles, all the pixels. Every step you take, every action button you push, just
Jamie?
makes the.
It makes me so happy.
So it's just that going over and over and over and over and
Oh my
over
God,
again.
That would drive me
It's
crazy.
awful.
After a
But
while,
it's
it's pretty
great.
annoying.
It's the best thing ever.
It's
Oh,
funny
no,
for a
you
minute.
absolutely could never play this as a game.
No.
That would never work. But
Wilhelm.
No, it had to be on some kind of like bot that like knows how to play the game, kind of like they do with those Mario
I was right.
creators.
He's thoroughly convinced there's an episode you see Wilson's full face, and I think that's a goddamn lie.
it's
It's
the
one of
very
the last
last. It's the
episodes, yeah.
very
No, no,
last
no,
That's a
no.
good spin. That's
No,
cute
no,
on.
no, no, no.
White
You're all
robe.
fucking liars.
and he makes
I
a.
remember they did the making of
Makes a whole thing.
making of that show, and he had a
I
whole
don't think
thing.
he has a face.
So he had a whole thing. I remember they were like doing like
doesn't. It's just
the
a floating
behind the
hat.
scenes, and then he goes, he's like, you know what? I'm sick of no one seeing my face. I'm showing he's got like the pull up fucking thing.
What if his
And
face
he
is
pulls
fucked
it,
up?
But he pulls it and it like cuts off right below his
horrible
nose, so like, you
burns.
don't get to see.
There's
even,
a
like,
reason I
complete the
did half.
face.
So I feel like that what you're talking about, that was something that aired while the show was still
Yeah,
on.
it was. It was the making of a fucking. They're like,
Like a
behind
random
behind the
episode,
laughter,
right?
kind of behind the
Yeah.
music, kind of thing of fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
They changed that shit
So
real fast.
the very last episode, they do show his face.
Yeah,
I
he's like
think
wearing
you're
a
also
white robe.
goddamn liar.
Hey, it's
I'm
okay.
with you. I don't think that's
It's
real.
okay. You
Sure.
didn't
And
see the
Roseanne,
episode.
the whole thing was bullshit.
It's okay. You
Dan
didn't see the
died,
episode.
dude.
That's fine.
Lie. Dan has a heart attack.
She's
and
got a fucking pill problem for whatever reason.
She's fat and.
It was all a dream, okay?
I like that they killed her off. Turns out she's a goddamn junkie.
Well, my favorite is
Fuck, dude. This is like
literally
You want to
the
call people
episode-
monkeys on Ambien? Well,
Well,
you're a
the
junkie
best
now.
That's my TV mom bit.
I love that people point out that literally the episode before she did all that and got kicked off, they do a joke where like both of them are like, "I'm out of my pills." He's like, "I'm almost out of mine. Let's trade our pills." And she's like, "I think these are the wrong ones." He's like, "The fucking Japanese do that shit."
They do it all the
Then
time.
the next episode, they
After
make her
she
a pill
dies,
fiend.
Dan goes to like the lady's house that she got the pills from, and like he's like
making signs that she's a goddamn drug
Murderer
dealer.
and shit. Fucking yep, kill your local heroin dealer, folks. You heard it here. Gandhi said it first.
You guys weren't
Can't turn out to
massive
be a goddamn
alcoholics. Like,
Can't Rob turn out to be goddamn junkie. It's a quick
tour.
fast one. It's a quick tour.
It's a quick one.
It's a building, a big building. It's a big brick building. I don't know what the hell it is.
Schuylkill River.
That's the actual name of the river,
It
too.
is,
I thought it was a joke.
I did too.
Nope. It's just a shithole.
Goddamn fucking
Goddamn junkie.
Philadelphia, you goddamn junkies.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for the Halloween season so we can watch that playable teaser because it's like 20 minutes long of just like I'm going to die, like the whole time. The Silent Hill one. It's just
Damn,
20
we were
minutes
way
of like.
back, dude. We left that.
Like-
You left that a long time ago.
But
Oh,
also,
Have you ever seen
what new topic would you like to bring up?
I
then?
do
know what
actually
the
have a
So
new topic.
it's-
Have you ever heard of
it's been a-
there was a game that the what's it called the fucking
You don't know the name of anything, do you?
Doritos made a game. Doritos made this online horror game.
Are you sure it was a
that
game?
was so scary
Sure
it
wasn't
got
nothing?
pulled off their service. Probably just because it costs money and that they don't want to pay for. But it was called Hotel 6 to 6, and you could only play it from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the middle of winter when it was most dark.
That sounds
And
lame.
it was a fucking terrifying game. Like it got so big and so like fucked up their marketing that they got to pull it off. But a lot of people also think that they just pull out because like, hey, we're paying for a server space we don't have to pay for, and
No.
the marketing thing already passed.
Well, that and it's like you gotta imagine how hard it is to like keep a game going with the servers and then
Yeah, I don't pay
it's
for that
continuously
shit.
online. And
Updated.
you're selling
yeah.
chips, dude. Like
Well, really, because once it gets
Code.
once it
Yeah.
gets
You know,
once it gets too famous, you got to
microchips, words.
that sounds
Gotta go
terrible.
to school for that.
Austin, tell us about the thing.
I don't know none of that shit.
I don't know any
You
of
didn't
that.
learn anything and went for 4
Learned
years.
Went for 4 years, learned
4 years
shit.
for software engineering.
That's
all
all
over my
right.
head.
I don't remember half of
You're
my
gonna work in
history stuff.
construction eventually anyway, right?
Hey.
Forget it.
Come on down.
So
I
damn.
do. I am trying to make a fucking math game for my clients, but I feel I'm just gonna be wasting my time.
Because they ain't gonna play that shit.
Yeah.
think they
You're
are.
never gonna do that.
I really, it's more.
Why don't
I
you
have
make a
feel-
math game for
I have a
Tim?
feeling I'll make it too. I'll like accidentally make it too hard, and then I'm gonna get bitched at. Like they destroyed the computer because they couldn't get the fucking answer, asshole.
They got frustrated at your
Files are
game.
inside the computer.
They were
Where's
looking for the
computer?
files. They were looking for the Mr. Lady file.
Are you doing the hardcore thing right now?
Yeah, no, I'm doing
Wrap
the. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cup the
Around
mic
your
and
wrist 100 times.
do the whole death metal vocal thing.
Do it.
That lady
I'll be
that,
like Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail.
you know that lady
Do
that
it.
did that the artist screaming video?
Yeah, Megan Cross, Melissa
Yeah, I
Cross,
follow
Melissa
her
Cross.
Oh,
on
the
Facebook?
Zenna screaming. lady?
Zenna
Yeah,
screaming, yeah.
Melissa Cross.
She's just.
She's like, stop doing this.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're fucking your whole shit up,
She's
dude.
got what's the fucking not Dying Fetus? It's one of the bands where the guy does like his face all painted up crazy, and
Mudvayne.
he's like Mudvayne, yes,
Mudvayne.
and it's like he's like this is me before a show,
Dang.
and this is me after a show. He's like, do you want to learn how? I remember you used to have the DVD of it, and like
Yeah,
one
Justin
day,
had it
one
too.
day
Yeah, I
I
took it from
watched. I remember
Justin.
one day I watched it. I'm sitting there like practicing, and then my sisters that downstairs that are like softball friends. It's like come downstairs like we fucking heard you. Like God fucking damn it! Like
And
I thought I
Austin
was
never
doing this
sang
quietly.
again.
I'll never be a metal
I'll
vocalist.
never do it.
They just killed your dreams in one
I
day.
did. I had a whole thing. I was writing songs.
Also, you
and
can't
it went
read.
out
You're
the window.
stupid. You're fucking ugly.
Ugh.
Well, she taught all kinds of cool
You know
people.
what? You should just kill yourself.
Yeah, she taught Andrew WK and
Well, that's what I remember. The
Will
Gia,
Ramos,
Gia,
The singer from what's his name, Randy Blythe.
Brendan Blythe.
Yeah,
He's in that video.
Keith Buckley from Every Time I Die.
So is
God rest
fucking
him.
Andrew WK as
Wait,
well.
he's not-
Keith Silver,
is
while
he
he was
dead?
talking about like
no,
before the
no,
show.
they just broke
I
up.
was gonna say I thought he was just a douchebag.
Wait,
No, when he leaves the band, he's dead to me. So
Yeah.
He's
He
dead.
ruined Every Time I Die, and I made it into Better
I love
Lovers, and I
him.
fucking
Yeah,
hate that
It's
band.
WK
well,
and
it's them
Theory.
and fucking Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah, they got what's his name?
When he
Doesn't matter. I know who.
I
it's
love
talking about.
that. When
spit it out.
They did that show in a mall, and he stomped
I'm
on a
on
bunch of
Tim
people's
now.
heads and got in trouble for it.
That's cute.
What the fucking
Oh, the Virgin Mobile
The Virgin
show
Mobile
when they
guy.
play Sugar Coated Sour.
You should have just peed on it, dude.
I just
Yeah.
love that Andrew WK. Have you heard the theory
There
that
is.
he's dead several times
No.
over?
Oh,
and that
like
he's,
every other fucking vocalist
no,
ever.
no, but it's.
Oh, we're gonna
it's-
do Avril Lavigne next.
But
Is that
I
what
love,
we're
Hey,
I
How
love
about the
his
guy
thing-
from Sum 41?
I love
Bryce, settle
Hey, don't
down.
you talk shit about
I
Avril
buried
Lavigne.
him.
She's a
I killed him myself. I just love that. I love like they show him that like with the like inflections in his voice have changed over time, which naturally happened after aging.
Yeah, also you get
but like
old.
the way they show it, it was like I remember the first video I was watching, it was like, oh my god, Andrew WK fucking died years ago, and they have a fake person up there.
Yeah, because the world revolves around that dude's band.
I would think it was hilarious if that was a theory for like somebody that's terrible now.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
wait,
some
he
no
died
one.
and you replaced him with somebody worse?
Yeah.
Like fucking I've seen Motley Crue like not recently, but in the last few years.
Oh, that
and
you see the
oh my god,
My
he
God.
sounds
you see the video I
terrible.
sent you guys?
He's gotten better, but that
No.
2015,
No, he is not.
the video you're referring to
It's the
from
one I sent you
2015
guys.
in Rio, that one is bad, dude.
Okay, well I saw him
He's
here in
so-
America,
nothing's better
and
than
it was
his-
bad here too.
Ooh.
Nothing's better than those guys getting
the-
fat.
Yes.
I love
Ugh. Well, also he did enough cocaine that like it like removed everything between his nose and his mouth.
that lining's
so he
gone.
just sounds like Alvin.
I don't know. He didn't sound. That was the funny thing is like you hear him with that Rio video, his voice doesn't sound bad. It's more just like he sounds so fucked up that he's like, wow, yeah,
And my hump. And my
he's
hump.
so fucked up.
He's just talking about his humps.
Yeah, my hump kicks in my hump.
Oh, the one with the fucking with the subtitles to it
It's
is
yeah,
the
well,
best.
that
that's,
was
that's the
great.
Rio video. Yeah.
that's the Rio video. That one's so
It
funny.
just sounds like he's so fucked. Like his voice is good. It just
It's
sounds
not.
he's so
It's,
fucked
it's
up.
not. It's
And
not.
I feel like if he
yeah.
did a,
Vince Neil from Motley Crue.
Oh yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just
because
so
the,
bad.
those
You can
subtitles-
only keep that high.
I know, I just
high
feel like-
pitch
like-
forever.
Yeah.
he did the highs well. He was like my hum.
He did it. He did not.
Like he's fucking.
He did him like
pretty
you're doing
high.
it now.
Yeah.
He
He did him like that.
Fucking
he
nailed it.
gets to the note he's going for, but it is a rough journey on the way there.
Oh yeah,
To say the
you
least.
can hear he's just fucked out, losing it. I love it. It's the same thing with like the fucking what's up? Somebody once told me.
Smash Mouth.
Smash
Oh,
Mouth.
he
So when
quit.
he was all
He
drunk.
quit.
Yeah, he
That
did.
video when he's like, "Fuck you guys, I'm fucking singing."
At the sourdough festival or whatever.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It was like a
Like,
small
wow.
show.
Because they're throwing fucking bread at his ass.
You gotta think, man. They were playing for free when we were in high school.
Oh, I remember. he was-
Remember we started the Bosch
It
pit?
has
Hey,
not.
it's
It has
fucking
not been a good
Smash
time
Mouth
for them.
downtown.
And then we
remember-
threw that poor kid in the air and he landed on his head.
You know what's funny is I remember that same day.
Sorry.
We went with our parents after you guys, and we went to what's the nice steak place downtown, Original Joe's, and like my dad's all drunk getting there.
How is that a
he's
nice
all-
steak
Yeah,
place?
It's not.
Italian place.
Well, it's expensive. And they have
It's
fucking,
not.
But it's not. It's
Not.
not,
It's not a
steak.
steak
That's
place.
Not
It's
their
a
thing.
Nah, they have
diner.
expensive ass
It's
steaks.
It's a
Italian.
very
there.
expensive diner.
Yeah.
Like,
Very
Well,
expensive.
if you have expensive ass motherfucking
Austin-
steaks,
Austin
you're a
doesn't-
motherfucking steak place to me.
Austin doesn't
Suck
eat
a
$40
dick, every
steaks.
single one of you.
Austin doesn't eat $40
Yeah,
steaks,
those
sir.
are
I'm
for
sorry.
poor people.
Well,
Long-
see,
Long
all right.
John-
Maybe
yeah,
I put my poorness that my parents were thrust upon me. But fucking, we went there. And my dad's all excited because he's trash as we get there. Like he's out. We're gonna have a nice fucking dinner and a nice steak.
That's why he
We
thinks it's
get there
fancy.
and he looks
Dad
at
was
the
trash.
menu and it's like, and it was like, yeah, it's like
Well, then
a.
every meal we have, it's
It's
fucking
like a- it's like a
fancy.
New
dude.
York
We got
No.
pizza one time. It's fancy shit.
Your dad
But
was
it's like
walking
a,
in
it's
there
like a
going,
New
"This
York
is
steak
this
was
is the
like
best."
$55 or something for 8 ounces. And my dad, like, I was fucking just starting to get into steaks, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get this fucking New York strip here. He's like, no.
What's it called?
You guys are gonna get
Port
the
of New
fucking
York.
burgers.
This
You're
is
gonna
called
get
the
the
Tampa Bay
children's
strip?
meals burgers.
It's called the New York strip.
You got that?
That's how new it is. There's a lot of ends to go with it. The triple New
Was
York.
that the full end?
No, just so you're aware, most like quote unquote nice steak restaurants are talking about $100
Oh, yeah, well,
plate.
suck a
Yeah.
dick on those
Talking about
places.
$100 plate. It's all right. You don't go. It's okay. We're not all
Yeah.
rich.
I'm sorry,
We're not
I
all
don't have
rich
a
here like
shitload of
me.
money to run around with.
Sorry that not everybody's as rich as me right now.
We went to this fancy restaurant. It's called Taco Bell.
It's just funny that he said
My
that,
dad was
and
drunk, so it's a nice night.
it's just funny that he said that, and everybody at the table is like, "What?"
Well, I was about to be
Yeah,
like,
watch out for these fucking assholes. These
I thought he
fucking
was
rich
gonna-
motherfuckers.
I thought he was gonna say something like Ruth's Chris or like some actual.
Yeah, right.
You know that place, Alexander's. You know that place? He's like, no, Original Joe's. I was like, oh, dude, that's a
You ever
broiler.
been out in
Oh,
the
yeah, it was
outback?
It was rich for us at the time, and kid, fucking fuck you, Barry. You were part of that family, so you would have been reported as the same. You were mad that you got none of the steak that we got. You were mad that you thought he was gonna get it after the fucking concert, so you guys went early, and then afterwards you were all mad because we didn't go with you. We went by ourselves.
This is the episode where he finally has a fucking aneurysm.
I was just
Right.
Austin's having a breakdown.
Are you alright? You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck this.
What? And fuck you.
No.
Fuck you.
This is the
He's
episode where
got to
Austin
know.
and Lindsay
He's got
switch
to know.
places.
Right.
You know what? Tough love. Wake up, idiot.
I am so paralyzed. Yeah, it turns out you just
Wake up, idiot.
You just need to. All you need to do to set Austin off is convince him that Original Joe's is a nice steakhouse for about 25 years, and then after
Just
that,
don't go there,
Pull the
man.
rug.
yeah,
Just make me sad about realize how poor we were.
just pull the rug from under his ass and be like, "Yo, that place is mid."
You know what? I just realized we're trash.
We were just poor trash.
We went to this fancy Italian eatery, the Olive Garden.
It's called the Macaroni Grill.
I think it's
Olive
Chilean.
Garden.
Hey, I do
don't
remember
speak Spanish.
going after you guys your USC game to what's it called, the all you can eat fucking shrimp at the
Red Lobster?
Red Lobster, and they
USC?
put us into the bag.
Oh, no.
Not USC.
Yeah, Austin was fighting.
What the fuck is it called? The
yeah, dude.
whatever
That's
it's called, like
UFC.
post
Oh, that's what I heard.
regular season games.
A playoff game.
Playoff, but they were called.
You don't know the name of
something.
anything
CCS,
tonight, do you?
CCS.
Holy
Shut up.
shit, you
Lick
were
my
off by like
balls, all of you.
FBI.
So many
It had a
letters.
fucking terminology, and you were all acting like it didn't. It's called CCS. Suck a motherfucking dick, both of you.
Just call it a
That's all
playoff
right.
game, dog.
It's just because he didn't go.
But I do remember
Lindsay, turn
fucking.
your mic on.
I remember we went with your family, our family, and Curtis's family, and they put us in the back room, and like they give us one round, and that's it. Like we got
Bro, get the
Curtis's
fuck
mom
out.
got so mad, she's like going out there like, "Hey, there's fucking people back here that want to get served."
Tim was there too.
I still remember when we went
No,
to.
Tim was. I don't know.
Wait,
Yes, he
was this
Your
Red
mom
Lobster?
was there, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I've decided that he doesn't count, so right out the window for
I
you,
believe that
Tim.
Curtis was there. You're just making things
So
up now.
we were not in a back room. We were like in the middle of the fucking restaurant. Like
No,
there
we're
was
in
no
the
reason for
back
us to get.
room.
No.
No, they
We
put us
got-
in the back.
There was a door between
We were in like
us.
a- I
they
think it was a
couldn't even
closet.
see
Okay,
us
but I
without us
swear, like
saying
waiters
something.
walked by us all night.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I'm with Tim on this. We were
No, I swear,
definitely
I
in
remember
the middle
whole
of a
thing that, like,
restaurant.
Curtis's
Yeah.
mom
I think
kept
you were
going out
5.
there.
Shut up.
If anything,
Curtis's
we
mom
were,
kept going out there and be like,
we
"This
may
is
have been
bullshit."
we may have been up against a wall, but we were still in the middle of the restaurant.
Up
Like-
against the wall, up against the wall. You got me.
Like they were just fucking straight ignoring us. Like the waiters were just walking right by us. Like it was crazy.
No, they can stand without another meal.
Well, they
We'll
were
be
talking
fine.
to me. They didn't want to look at you.
Yeah, I still like you.
It was really important that we went to the Red Lobster and got a nice dinner. Another high end
Well-
upscale restaurant, the Red Lobster.
What would have
Yeah,
been great is if
fancy.
if a few of us switched tables and they just kept getting ignored and everybody else started getting their food.
Yeah, I know I ordered plate already, but that was at that table.
That I remember.
Here, I'm just this other guy.
I'm another
Yeah.
person
We're going to
entirely.
I'm not
Outback?
part of that crazy.
You know what? I'll have
fucking-
whatever they're having too.
Make it double,
I
yeah.
remember going to Outback once with Megan, and like fucking they've lagged on getting one of our appetizers, and she's like, "You need to fucking complain." And my parents are trash. So like, after a while, my mom's like, "This is fucking bullshit," loudly, and like I was like, "I'm not fucking eating any of that shit. That spit all up in there."
Oh, yeah.
man.
It's the same thing with our
It's
dad.
always a bad
It was the
decision.
same thing with our dad when we went to Hawaii the first time. We went to Maui, and we went to Cheeseburger in Paradise. You know that place?
Yep.
So it's packed. It's the middle of the summer.
That's how full it is,
It's
though.
packed. It's
Fucking
There's so many
dude.
people in there, they added an extra
Person
letter.
in the
There's an
priest.
extra
It's
R
packed with
on this
pricks.
I was trying to
password.
stand and I pranded and I couldn't pran and because it was cracked.
But so fucking they're packed as fucking like it's the start of the fucking summer, so it's the start of like tourism season. And my dad's sitting there, and we've been waiting like 30 minutes to get our burger. And my dad's trash. He's like, our waiter walks by, and he's like, "Hey, jackass!"
Oh, you get your food right away that way.
I remember
Man.
that. Oh my god.
Hey, jackass.
He learned his
Wonderful.
fucking lesson. He's like, you know, I gotta get these people their food.
Yeah.
They're reasonable people.
And they deserve my respect after an act like that.
Oh
Yeah.
man, don't you wish you this was during like fucking people having phones out and just videotaping everything?
Oh
Fuck yeah, dude.
it was
Like,
fucking. He's definitely.
Your
my
dad would
has
be on
definitely got
YouTube
one or
so
two
much these
videos.
days. Like,
Having gone to Hawaii as an adult, I cannot imagine acting that way to anyone there.
Do you remember when he came on the podcast and Lindsay was doing it from home? And then he just immediately started saying some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we like cut him
His
off.
blue
She's
line
like,
shit.
goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
While just had finished a spoonful of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Remember my buddy
Well,
Chris?
that's even better for Lindsay because she's just smelling straight mayonnaise breath the entire time he's shouting at
He's
the
hanging on
baby.
her. He's hanging on her shoulder, talking about his new gun.
Oh,
Which
man.
I mean, like that was a new development for me. I didn't know he bought a
bought
I
gun.
Shot
don't
that
remember
shit 3
exactly what was
times.
said, but I imagine it was something along the lines of killing minorities with his new gun.
I don't think it was that. I think we put those words in his mouth.
Okay.
No,
And
there was
that-
a hard R in there. I'm definitely.
Yeah, definitely one or two.
Oh, that was me.
Okay.
It could have been Tim.
It could have been. You know what? There's Tim. Never mind. You know, my
I
dad's a
remember,
nice
remember
guy.
when my buddy Chris came
Changed my
over.
stance.
Our uncle was in town, and like they're joking, and he's like, they said something about like the '80s, something about like a gay, fucking one of the gay bands from the '80s, and my buddy's like, "Hey, you're sucking dick in the '80s," and I was like, "What the fuck did you just say? I'll fucking knock you out."
He gave him a look like I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh
And, like,
my God!
Thankfully,
Really?
I'm
He
there. I was
stared
like,
at him.
"Are
I was
you-"
like, "What are you gonna fight this child,
Well,
Dad?"
that's why both me
Oh
and my
man,
brother are
the
like, "Are you
best
out of your
answer right
fucking
then
mind?"
would have been, "Dad, what were you doing in the '80s?"
Sucking dick, Dad?
This seemed to really hit home. And I don't know
You
why.
seem very
This got
insecure
real
about this.
personal, real
You
quick.
seem very insecure about this minor joke here, and I'm beginning to think there's more to it now. Your own son questioning if you're gay in front of all their friends, like.
front of
Oh man,
everybody.
he might have
oh my
fought
God.
you.
He would have. Bring it another step or two further. Oh yeah.
He's,
Oh, yeah.
he's slow. I'm wiry.
My dad doesn't like that
He's
shit either.
wiry.
My dad doesn't like that shit
My
either.
only good player is Wiry.
He gets all defensive about it, and it's like, Dad, I'm gay, and
it
he's
easy.
just like, No, you're not.
Oh god.
Just because I'm married to a woman doesn't mean I'm not gay, dude. That means nothing. She's my beard.
I walked
No
in the.
fucking son of
I
mine.
was
Her friend,
Right.
she's gay too.
I
She's
wa-
also gay.
I
It's a
walked
whole
in
gay
the,
thing.
I walked in the living room the other day, and on the TV it says San Francisco Transgender Immigrant Symposium.
Don't tell
And
me
I
I was
just-
watching.
I just hear, oh God, now I've fucking seen everything. I was like, God damn. So
Is that Ryan?
of course
It's
I
Matt.
no, this is at my parents' house. So of course I walk in, and the first thing I say, I was like, I bet they could show you something you ain't seen.
I'm sure there's a lot you ain't seen there, pops. There's probably a few things you can learn about.
Wait, queer?
Is this queer? These queer?
He's queer?
Yeah, I love that when people get super insecure about it. Like there's at my work that happened where like one of the students that's an intern as a field superintendent's there, and then one of the safety managers there too, and they both went to the same college, but they're like 10 years apart. And so I'm sitting in one of the other offices talking to one of the other supers, and hey, how's school going? You hear him kind of talking, and the younger guy goes, "You won't believe what they did to this building." And so I start listening because I want to know, and he goes, "Yeah, they painted a big pride flag on it." And the safety guy goes, "Oh, that's terrible." And I'm out of nowhere, I'm in the other room. I go, "Well, wait a minute. What if I'm gay?" And they kind of both look over, and they're like, and the safety guy knows immediately. Shut your fucking mouth! Like,
Yeah.
stop talking. He
This
stops.
is HR heavy.
Right.
Eject.
Great.
He's the safety guy.
Yeah.
Right, so she shuts up, but the younger guy was just like, "No,
He's like,
you don't
that's
get
not
it."
very safe, dude.
He's like, the younger guy goes, "Well, no, you just don't get it. It's one thing to like represent. It's another thing for the school to do it." I'm like, "No, please go on." I'm like, "Maybe you should have done more research about who goes to the school or what the school stands for." He's all, "Well, it's my money that's going in to tuition." I'm like, is it your money or is your parents paying for it? And he's
His
like, "That's
fucking
not."
head
He's like,
exploded.
"That's not the point." I'm all like, I was like, "It's okay, dude. Like, I'm not gonna report you to HR." And then we kind of stopped for a second, and then I asked him, I was like, "So did you complete your sexual harassment training?" Just fucking mic drop and leave. Like,
no matter what he says, damn, dude, really?
I remember all right. I remember my first year at San Jose State, there were these guys who would sit outside the library and fucking crack whips. They were white
sorry,
dudes. Whips. Oh, yeah. They sit there and they were good at it,
Like
too.
Indiana Jones,
They were
though.
pretty
Like,
good
not
at
in a
it.
racist
Just
way.
sit there getting to crack just to get the sound going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
But like,
gonna say.
I remember one of the was like,
called a
I
satchel.
was like I remember like my second day hearing, I was like, the N-word.
Someone's gonna shout it. It's gonna be me.
yeah, I
Hey,
just,
man, there's some bad stuff that went on with those whips.
I-
Maybe
I feel like
Maybe
it
don't
really,
be cracking as a white guy.
it really depends what kind of hats they were wearing.
Oh, they were Indiana Jones
Yeah,
hats.
no, they're Indiana Jones.
100% Indiana Jones hats, for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Are you sure it's
They
not
were-
a plantation
Because
hat?
if they were wearing
But
hoods,
they also-
I
yes.
You
mean,
have to justify that archaeology.
I will
degree
say
they got.
there was a plantation hat guy who had a straw hat, and he was a fat guy. He's a fat Southern-looking
Of
dude.
course he was.
He
course he
fucking
was.
rocked it too. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
great at it.
They definitely tried to kick him out of the group, and he went to like the fucking dean
Well,
or whatever.
yeah, I'll get a
Man, we
get a
gotta
lunch.
talk about this hat.
We gotta talk about. We were watching the fucking the halftime show at the Niners game. They have a male
You watched that?
cheerleader.
Yeah.
Well, we came back from getting food at it, and so like they're sitting introducing all the cheerleaders, and one of them's a dude, and I was like, that guy has lawsuit written all over him.
They had a real problem
Somebody-
with the cheerleaders.
I'm gonna fucking cheerleader. You're gonna get a fucking
Somebody
lawsuit. What do you
call me a
want?
fucking slur. Please, somebody call me a gay slur.
Well,
That's what I'm guessing
Wait.
I think
happened.
he's Mexican too, so that's
Well, it's
double
funny
whammy.
to me
Yeah.
because if you go to any college game, like 90% of the time, there's a large group of male cheerleaders, and almost
But this
specifically.
guy wasn't the guy, the dude like lifting girls.
No,
No.
he was the
fine.
one
He was-
jumping
he
off
was
the
up
top
there.
of the
He's in
pyramid.
there
Yeah.
fucking getting it
Yeah,
going.
yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
going,
You know what's
woo,
funny? That
girls.
makes you think of my 60-year-olds Bring It On, that fucking remember the cheerleader movie. That
I do.
one scene where
It's already
they,
been brought
Seen it
in.
once.
I think it's the
Time.
first scene where they actually see them dancing at like a football game, and the football players come into the game. The guy cheerleaders like, Jan's got spirit. Yes, he do. Jan's got spirit. How is he? He's like, you guys fucking lost.
You
Remember when you turn around to the football
lost.
games and they're cheering for the wrong thing? You guys stop saying defense.
We're on offense
We're
right
on
now.
offense.
I remember
If you're gonna not watch
when I
the
was
game,
in
then
high
just
school-
leave.
They have cuter uniforms.
When I was in high school, we had our super flamboyant gay guy tried out for the football, the cheerleaders, and he's fat and out of shape, like he couldn't keep up with them, and he tried to like threaten a lawsuit, and they're like, yeah. We're gonna show them how you're fat and not able to keep up with our fucking cheerleaders, so you get fucked. He also tried to wear what's it called? Not Hustler? What's the other one?
Nothing has a name
The
on this
other,
show.
the other
Playboy?
fucking Playboy. So he tried to wear a Playboy outfit for fucking Halloween one year,
I'm sorry.
and of course he got sent home because this is fucking
Wait,
high
wait.
school,
I
and you're
need-
regardless if you're a man
Playboy
or
or
woman,
the
you
Hugh
don't get to wear a
Hefner?
Playboy outfit to high school.
What kind
sorry.
of outfit?
A bunny.
A
Was
bunny.
the bunny.
The Playboy
Holy
bunny.
shit.
He
Not
had
even
his cock
Hefner,
out, and
okay.
his cock was almost popping out his
Oh,
fucking suit and
no.
everything. And he got pulled out of school.
And he's
he
the
tried to
bigger
be like-
dude?
He tried to be like, "This is because I'm gay," and you're just saying that. Like, no, you piece of shit. You're
Nobody wants to
fat
see your
fucking
penis.
shit. You're fat and gross. No
Austin
one wants to
hates
even
this
see
dude.
a woman like this as an adult, let alone a fat, gross man like you.
Austin is very jealous. He didn't think of that before.
I
like,
was
this.
jealous.
Yeah.
You could tell
Hit
how
him
he
on the
yeah,
ground.
he's like,
He
no,
just-
you can't
he's
wear
just
it. I
When
want
he
to.
takes his ears off, he's
Yeah.
like, fucking fine.
You see me like slowly walk. You see me like slowly
That
walking in
guy's
the
gay,
bathroom.
dude. I'm
Like,
just
please
cool
don't
as
notice.
shit.
Bunny tail just.
He was a full
Sadly,
bunny,
bunny
and
tail away.
I remember him shouting in
gonna
like the
say he
middle
was
lunch.
mad
He's like,
mom
"This is
wouldn't
because
give him
I'm
one."
gay," and they're like, "No, it's because you're a fucking high schooler. We don't want to see you in a goddamn Playboy bunny. Even the women, we don't want to see the
Yeah,
women in a
I-
Playboy bunny.
Austin-
We're adults."
Austin's-
I
Then
don't want to
Austin's
see.
putting his
I don't
coat
want
over
to
his
see
Playboy.
cocks popping out of their
God
Playboy
damn
bunny
it.
costumes either.
Ruined it for everybody. Puts his coat on. Ruined it for all of us, dude.
Well, so I think he
I don't
was
even know
pointing
why I
out.
wore this pink shirt.
Ironically, I think he actually was kind of righteous though that he was pointing out that the the swimmer guys wore their
Speedos.
speedos, and they got nothing for it. And I was also like, hey,
Yeah,
as a fat
'cause
motherfucker,
they know how to tuck their
fuck them.
cocks
They don't
in.
get to wear that shit. Kick them out too.
You could have worn it too, dude.
I mean, the
They
difference.
wouldn't let me. I tried to. They said no say on that on the
See-
first.
Well, you
fucking-
can't just walk in your underwear,
See,
though.
here's-
Well, I can't. I can't. They
Austin.
can. Fuck
It's a
them.
bold move.
Here's the difference. The swim team knows how to tuck their cocks in.
Yes.
Mm.
Our women
Do
were
they?
seduced by
Do
breast
they, though?
strokers.
A lot of the times
Yeah,
they
we-
actually use duct tape.
When you see
We
them,
don't want to say
fucking-
anything with your balls ringing out,
when you
dude.
see them with fucking
Everyone
bulges-
wasn't comfortable.
Also, do you
Everyone.
shave? Like, let's be honest
Yeah,
here.
like, come on, man. A
We're
little
gonna have to
wax.
see a bush
What did
hanging
it
out.
kill
Like,
you?
You know, I
Fuck's sake,
actually,
dude.
we're thinking back on it. I think he also was a hairy ass dude, and that was
Ew,
half of it. It was like,
Can
hey,
we
dude, like,
get
no one
off
wants to see hair popping out your fucking Playboy bunny outfit.
Bruh, we can see your crabs.
Your ass is tanner than my
I
face.
remember watching he's like, this is because I'm gay, and like, it's because you're a fucking high schooler. No one wants to see this.
Remember when he yelled that like 8 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Do it again.
That was
One more
there.
time.
One more
It was a
time.
good time. He's a high schooler.
Austin hates this dude, man. He ruined
Yeah,
ruined
no, it
Austin's
ruined his
costume.
fucking day.
It ruined Austin's costume, and he's
Yeah.
mad about it still. I can't blame him.
I had the whole thing.
Oh, I guess
planned
now I'm
out.
gay now because I want to
Yeah, have another one, Mark
Fine.
Cruz.
Now,
Bitch.
now, devil's advocate. Were there any girls dressed like that?
No, there weren't. That was
Okay,
half the
okay,
point.
okay.
Well, that's why I point out that I think, and in hindsight, he's
the
kind of
problem with
righteous
competition.
about the fact that the fucking
Yeah.
whatever dudes doing swimming got
Water
to wear
polo.
their fucking Speedos.
Again, those
But
are
he
school
got
approved.
pulled out of school. Why are they school approved? They didn't have fucking shirts on. Fuck them and their skinny fucking faggot asses.
That's a school uniform, albeit for a sport.
You
There's
don't-
an ST on their nuts.
You don't
Left,
get it.
Right.
You
ST.
could have ran around in a wrestling singlet all day, man.
I just want to be skinny.
The bottom line
I
here.
hate it.
He's all, I scrubbed out, guys. Fuck you. Scrubbed out a swim team. All right, fuck you guys. Scrubbed out of the Playboy Bunnies. Scrubbed out of the swim
Yeah, couldn't
team.
do any
Scrubbed
of
out
it.
of the male cheerleader
The
game.
cheerleader game.
He didn't even make color guard.
Apparently, being close to 400 pounds is not great for the cheerleader team, but fuck them.
I don't see why not, man.
I'm not gonna give that guy a flag. He's gonna hurt someone
he is going to hurt somebody with that.
or himself.
He doesn't even know how to. He doesn't even know how to spin it. He's just kind of flinging
Yeah,
it wildly around.
I thought flag team were cheerleaders. I didn't realize they were a
Part of the
separate
band.
thing.
They're
part of
band
the
people who
band,
can
yeah.
play
Like
band.
color guard,
instruments.
Well, you realize
No,
it's
it's totally different.
What?
It's different.
Color
as a
guard.
whole, they were like
Are they not part of the band?
No,
No.
they
No,
do
they-
their own competitions.
It's their
and
own
shit. Yeah.
thing. They're not part
Oh.
of the band.
They fucking are
Yeah,
all
well, you
into
should
it
know.
though. Any
But
girl into
isn't
a
it's
flag girl
still
was
part
fucking
of
down
like
for
the
the
band
flag.
program, though, isn't it?
They would have
No,
them
they're-
participate. I
it's-
think
they're like
sometimes.
dancers.
Because
They're
they almost
lyrical
got cut
dancers.
a couple times.
So they
Who knows?
so they do perform with the band, but they're not part of the band.
I know, but they're part of the band program.
No,
right?
their
Like-
No.
funding's different.
So they,
The
okay.
funding is this. I'm pretty sure it's the same as the cheerleaders.
Oh, okay.
Be aggressive.
The more you
Be
learn.
aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Pump it
Yeah.
up.
You
Pump
wanna-
that
you wanna take a
ST
break?
spirit up. Yeah, let's do that.
Keep it
All right, Austin, rally off as many cheers as you can.
I don't remember a single.
Be aggressive.
There was one that I can't remember now.
Don't do it.
I thought I
when
had
they
it,
spelled
and I,
defense. That was fun.
Defense.
D-E-F-F-F.
I remember going to as a kid to a Niners game, and some guy had a D and a fence, and me and Bobby spent like half the game trying to figure out what the damn gates, those damn
Yes,
gates.
damn
Like, what does
gates.
that mean? And like halfway there, I was like, oh, defense, fuck.
And things are automatic when you see them every day. Is this insanity or just a fucked up dream that keeps me walking mindless all the way?
Beautiful.
I'm looking at him, like, I'm pretty drunk, and I was like, oh shit, it's 2 a.m. He's not even home yet. Like he's not even get home to, like get to bed till 4 a.m.
Fuck that. I took the day off. I wasn't about to have that.
I don't know. Like I've taken the day off and I wake up at 8 o'clock. I'm just so mad. Like I'm sitting
Feel
there
like
doing
an asshole,
nothing.
yeah.
I'm like I could have just making money. This is retarded.
That's the fucking worst.
Oh, I woke
yeah.
up at 10:30. There was no way in shape or form I was going into work. And the best part is I planned it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance. And so I send out a calendar invite and everything. And I've done this so many times that I wake up to all these texts like, "Where are you at?"
Oh,
And
are you
then-
coming?
Yeah, are you coming in today?
Are you coming in?
Yeah, and it's like it's
Fucking
on
Omar,
the
dude.
calendar. So I have all these texts like from like 3 different PMs. It's like, hey, where are you?
No.
Are you
I
coming in
got-
today? And then if you look at the very next text on the line, it goes, oh, never mind.
I got
Like,
text.
I
I
read
got-
the calendar.
I got text
I told
that-
her that he was gonna text me in the morning, like or call me.
Or, like,
Who was?
7
Forget,
o'clock.
Omar?
my boss.
Yeah.
And he fucking definitely called me at like 7:15. So I call him at like 9 o'clock when I'm driving to work.
Yeah.
And he called me from his desk phone, and I was like, "You called me?" He's like, "No, it must have been a butt dial." And I was like, "It's your desk phone, but sure."
That's fine.
You
nice
weren't
try.
just being a jackass and forgot.
Just so you know, butt dial doesn't work for cell phones anymore, bro.
I-
This isn't the early
It
2000s.
certainly doesn't work for your desk phone. You have to pick that bitch up.
You have to
I
dedicate
was
yourself
sitting
to
on
it.
my desk.
I got a fucking call from work at night, and I had called into my work, being like, "Hey, I noticed you guys didn't update the schedule. It shows me on the schedule. Do you need to fix that?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, my bad. The person who makes our schedule." I was like, "Yeah, I fucked up. Let me go and fix that." And of course, fucking halfway through the night, it's like, "Where are you at? Why aren't you at work?"
Because I don't want to. Because
'Cause I don't
I
work
don't
here.
feel like it.
'Cause I hate it there.
Night off.
Because I hate it there and I hate you guys.
Yeah, because fuck you. That's why.
That's
When I do
I
that
am mad at
reason.
you.
When I
Dishes.
When I tell him I'm gonna come in, I have a doctor's appointment. That happens so often that like he like visibly rolls his eyes. But I just want to be like, realistically, if I don't want to come in until 9 o'clock, I don't have to fucking come in until 9 o'clock. I don't really need to give you a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Salary, dog.
So just eat the bullshit I just gave you and let's call it a day.
I could just tell you I'm not coming in until 9 o'clock
Right.
and leave it at that. Like,
I've definitely told my PMs
You
before.
are
It's like,
living
hey,
the dream.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's how I fucking handle
also
that
hate
shit.
that.
What the
You
fuck?
got a
It's how it's-
position.
That's
I-
not. It's
I-
not legal for them to demand you
Well,
tell
that's
them
what
why
you
you're not coming
you
in.
should be handling it like that. You shouldn't have to tell your job what reason you are sick for.
Oh,
Just
no,
say,
no,
"I'm
not being sick,
coming
just coming in
even
at-
just
coming
coming
in
in.
at
I'm not
9.
coming in today.
I'm
That
gonna-
should be enough.
Well,
I'm gonna
but
show there
you're
if it's
so
11
putting it on yourself.
noon.
You're like,
She is pointing out that she can't just be like, I'm coming in 2 hours late today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we could do that because we're
Well, hers is
salaried.
a post position.
Right.
You gotta have
Right. You
someone
need
there.
relief.
You can't just leave it empty.
Yeah, it needs relief.
know
Yeah,
what? No
if my
one's in
relief
for
doesn't come
911.
in, then I'm staying.
Right.
oh, have you heard that fucking 911? That 911 person who like she got
Her?
pissed off.
Shut up.
Oh, which one? Which
She got
one?
pissed off and hung up. She hung up on the person.
Oh,
The
she was
person's like,
she was
"Someone's trying to kill
retiring.
me."
That was her last day.
Oh, she got
Oh,
fired.
shit.
She got fired and charged, I think, for like.
She
if
did
you
get
got a
charged,
fucking
yeah.
Some sort of like felony for it.
I'd be
But
so
like, yeah,
mad.
she was like,
Sir, if you're gonna yell at me
My-
about your bleeding,
oh.
I'm gonna hang up.
it's exactly like that. She was like, you know what? I can't handle this shit anymore, and hangs up on the guy.
You only had to do one more.
That'd be such a mind blow. You're like, did he just hang up on me?
Wait, what the fuck?
I didn't even think that was possible.
My last day is going down.
You got the plan now.
That
Oh,
would
I
be-
do?
That would be such a mind blow to
Every
me.
single
like,
call I
there's
take
a
is, I
fire-
hate it here.
You know, fuck this.
that would,
That's
be,
why I hope you-
that would be such a mind blow to me as that person, like the person that had to fire that person, like your last day, like you did all these other fucking
You couldn't
days.
hold it together for
Well,
8
that's-
more hours.
Well, that's the fuck. I think
No.
she wasn't playing a
Grind me
she
up.
was
I don't
just
work
having a
here
bad
anymore.
day. She was like, you know what? I can't fucking deal with this
Oh, there's
shit, and
another
like
one that-
hangs up on them.
How are you having? But also, how do you have a bad last day? How are you not like all day just like this is my last day?
I'll tell you what.
I'm done.
I will tell you what. There has
I'm
been
fucking
times
outta
where I'm like,
here.
it's my last day today.
But doesn't it make you feel so much better just saying it? Like,
No.
it should.
Are you kidding? I'm on
Well,
7 weeks
no,
of medical. No,
yeah,
it doesn't make me
no,
feel
it's
good.
really-
Just to say
But
it.
if it was really your last day, though, like it has to feel good.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like
I don't
think
get
I
that.
think
But
this
it's also like, fuck these people. I don't owe them anything.
well, that's what I think. Was,
I don't
That's
know.
the time
From
to
what
do
I
that.
remember, like the lady who did it, she was like it wasn't her last day. She thought this was just gonna be another day at work, and like she's having something with. I guess it turned out to be like something
Oh,
with
no,
her
no.
husband or boyfriend.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
And
wrong.
so like after like at the end of the guy's like it's like a guy or I think it was a lady, and she's like, what are you doing? Like she's clearly fucking antsy about the fucking situation that's happening, and the girl's like, you know, what, fuck this. I don't need this shit. Like hangs up.
Well,
The one that retired the next day is the one that fell asleep.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
hear
she got
literally
fired- she got
hear
fired in charge
them
or something.
snoring on a 911 call. It's fucking terrible.
These guys, they're not taking this seriously.
I don't know, like
I'm bleeding profusely. Yeah.
I do love that. But have you seen that?
Boring.
Have you seen that Jake Gyllenhaal one where he's like a cop who got in trouble and he's doing the fucking
Oh yeah, they had
like,
to
there's that
retract
scene
that because they showed him as
Oh, yeah.
demoted. He got demoted to a dispatcher, and that did not go
is that
over
it?
well.
I love the scene where like he's just like, you know what, fuck this. I need to go into another room
supposed to
and
be like a
just
cop
walk
that got
away
demoted,
from my
like-
work for a few minutes and like come in like, hey man, you can't just fucking walk away to the room where we're dispatching you.
Also,
Coles.
can you even go just like straight from
No,
being a cop to being the
that's what,
dispatcher?
like, that's what I
No, you
wanna ask you.
can't.
They're like-
No.
Yeah, well, when cops get in trouble, then they have to be. They have to start
Yeah, you
cleaning
have to.
bathrooms.
Curtis just told us
janitors now.
that
It's
in
the next
small
step.
towns you do dispatch like he
Doo-doo.
said he's
Doo-doo.
he
Yeah.
said
doo-doo.
doo-doo.
He said doo-doo.
I don't think
But that's
police
what-
do-doo.
that
Austin-
scene- I just love the scene where he's like, you know, fuck this. You guys are annoying me because they keep trying to like dispatch him to a new call, and he's like, I'm focused on this one call I'm having fun with.
I've never heard
So I'm
that
gonna go
for
ahead and walk into
police
the other
officers.
room.
I've
Yeah.
heard it for fire department.
exactly.
Though.
Police
Oh, yeah.
officers are usually never in that rotation. It's like EMS and then firefighters.
Well, that's right. We just heard
They
our
do
buddy,
that
our
shit.
buddy Curtis who lives in a
Oh
small
god, I would
town.
love for an
You're
ambulance
raised
for
in,
a
like,
paramedic
small
to start
town.
doing ambulance dispatch. That'd be fucking hilarious.
They
Oh
would
my
be
God.
like deer in the headlights, huh?
They just we've had firefighters come up and they listen to us take calls and they're just like just ask them what's wrong. Like we can't do that.
You know, this
You
person-
can't just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What's the matter with you?
I love the idea though that you're just like, hey, asshole, what's wrong with you?
Well, it's ruined my ability to have normal conversations now because if I'm asking you a question and you don't just give me a yes or no, I'm like, yes or no.
Yeah.
Yes or no. Answer the fucking question and then babble on at me. Yes or no.
Well, you know, this girl's kind of a bitch.
Kind
like,
of.
no, she just got off work.
Yeah. Hold on. Work mode.
She has to shift gears really quick, man. Give her a minute. I just can't wait for the
She's dealt with-
inevitable. I can't wait for the inevitable heart attack phone call my wife's gonna have to make, and they just go, yes or no.
You know, at the same
What's
time,
wrong with him? Jesus.
At the
I've had-
same time, I feel like that's a great skill to like take outside of the home, like
it's
any
wonderful.
fucking like retail area.
Oh, yeah.
just like
Oh yeah.
do you have da 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 da? Well, we're currently yes or no.
Right.
Oh, I take
None
yeah.
of this
There's
bull-
no
I
nice
heard
niceties about
my
it anymore.
client had a behavior and he's trying to fucking hit me a few weeks ago, and
phone's going
well, our coworkers calling the cops, and you heard the.
Did you bitch out or did you fight him?
Well, thankfully, I was actually more worried about getting because
He bitched out.
He's attacking
Yeah,
me,
he's
and
a
I'm not
punk.
trying to get arrested because I've seen a coworker get cuffed
He
up because
just
fucking
took that shit.
he got fucking hit. He got hit by a client. He got cuffed up for it. Cause
That's what I always wait. Like,
And so,
when
like,
with
the-
that job, I was just waiting for one day, like, I'm
thrown in
fucking
cuffs.
fighting a grown man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to like calm him down in public. I'm gonna get fucking shot.
Oh no,
We're thrown in
Austin and I one time we were walking with this kid down the street, like,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
a child, like up to like maybe our waist,
Right.
and he's like, we're trying to get him to walk back to his house. It's just me, Austin, and this small Asian child, and
Not
the
too
kid
small.
decides
No.
the kid decides he doesn't want to walk anymore, and so he fucking like tries to just sit his ass on the ground. And so like we hook under his arms and we're like walking him along like with his ass like below
Dragging.
his knees
Yeah.
almost like he's
Just
like
from the
that's how
ground.
he's walking, and like
These grown men are kidnapping
yeah,
that child.
no,
white men with a
within
He's a small
3
Asian
minutes,
child.
within 3 minutes, an officer rolled up on us.
he's a small Asian child,
the
and
best-
it's two grown white men just dragging this little Asian
When
kid.
I worked there, Adam is like going at it with Bob, and fucking Mike walks up, and there's these people like, "Hey, tell him to leave him alone." And like Mike's like at some point, he's like, "Call his supervisor." He's like, "Well, that'd be me."
That's me.
They're like, "No, I don't think what he's doing is right." He's like, "Do you have a lot of experience working with the handicapped?"
Right on my leg.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, don't lie. You
I
peed
used to
pants.
love when people would say something about
Austin pissed
Naaman.
himself.
Pee my pants.
'Cause
off
Naaman-
halfway through the leg point.
Because Naaman is of a much darker pigment than me,
He
and
was-
he's like 3 times my size.
He is
And you guys
horny.
heard-
People would say shit about
He'd be the
him
one
to
I worry
me,
about the cops.
and I'd
going.
just be like, "That's my brother."
Yeah, you guys are all trying to tell these cops that this Asian kid you're carrying is your
no,
client.
He's
This
from
is a
like
400-pound black man.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, no, I just be like, that's my brother.
That's my brother. Yo, what's up, man? All right. Like,
Nah, that was their fucking.
he likes to be aggressive.
I got to work one day and like 2 of the clients are fighting each other, and I guess the staff tried to step in, and so one of the clients ran back to his room, called the cops, and so like I get up there, 4 cop cars come hauling ass up, guns
God.
about to get drawn,
my God.
and they're like, "What's going on here? Everyone get outside!" And so like they asked what happened, and fucking as the dude's like, "Yeah, they had a behavior, they fought each other. I tried to step in," and he's like, "Oh, okay." Immediately throws cuffs on him. So like I was like, "What the fuck is this? I've never seen this happen before." And then so like when my client's fucking, he's trying to like break his TV, he's trying to like throw chairs. At one point, I grab a chair to get it away from him, just so he's not fucking throwing it into the chair of the TV. And he smacks my head, and like that's when the girl, my coworker, starts calling the cops. And I hear them like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And I was like, "Do not call the police. I'll fucking call them if I need to
fine.
myself. Like,
I'll
I'm
tell
not
you
going
this.
to jail
I've been doing this
today."
for like 10 years, dude. I've seen some shit.
I'll tell you this.
Don't call
no.
the cops.
I have
What-
followed.
I got it.
I
My-
have followed Chris in terms of employment to almost all of my jobs. I am very glad that when that route came up, I'm like, I'll just go to Best Buy. I'll just work in retail at Best Buy instead.
It's funny, all the people that run the company now are all the people that got hired.
All
for
your
stuff.
buddies.
Hey, this is a job where you do nothing for a living. You
Yeah.
want to do this? Yeah.
Well, you do get attacked
But,
by the occasional autistic
Wait,
person.
No, but
so
what-
am I gonna hit it?
well, one of my,
Keep your
Uh,
fucking head on a swivel, dude. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
tell you.
One of my favorite like cop stories though, I had dude like bust out his bathroom window, like just punched it out, and the neighbors, and he's like screaming out into the neighborhood. So the neighbors called the cops. The cops show up and like they come to the door and they ask me what's going on, and like I tell them like what kind of house it is and like what we do and shit.
Nice.
I was
house.
like, you can come in and check it out if you want, and he's like, nope.
Nope. Nah, come in, dude. They're
He's all,
cool.
I've heard enough. That's fine.
I'd say,
You guys okay?
Well,
Is he bleeding or anything?
So
No.
the guy that had come to the door before, like this young dude came to the door like right before him and was like, I need to come in and do a welfare check right now. And like as he's saying that, like
Get
the
in there,
older
dude.
officer that was with him came up and like put his hand
No,
on
you
his
don't.
shoulder. He's like, Hang on, let's
that was,
find out what's going on.
He's
real
all, let's
quick."
leave the police work
So
to
they
the
go,
real.
that was the best of with that client we both used to work with. That like at one point cops got called and he comes
I
walking
knew
up
the guy.
and like
Oh,
he
that's
knew his
great.
name
It's
and
him
so like
again.
Why
he
am I
comes in,
here?
he's like this guy and we're
He
like
fucking
yeah
called
it's
me.
him. He's like oh fuck me. Turns around like his like support and he's like don't even go inside. Just fucking wait a minute. He'll come out here.
The best was that day when they put some girl on him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was with Chris. And like he has a behavior, and like he goes after her out the fucking door, and so I
Like
ran out.
chasing her?
Yeah, like
Oh, shit.
And
It's all-
this is her first day, and like they put
No,
her on
it
the
was-
hardest motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
this fool's out of jail. And so I ran out and I like yelled at him, like, and I was like, I yelled his name, Thomas, and then like he stopped.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like that. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you just got scared.
And then I
and
had to
got
like,
caught
I had to
up.
like be like, don't call the police, please, because we're in the middle of
I
the
remember-
fucking like apartment complex.
Yeah.
Having this whole meltdown.
I remember that girl was so bummed out because like she was cool with
She was
him.
bummed.
She was good.
That's how you describe
I
her
was bummed
running out of the
I was
fucking
bummed.
house.
I was actually it was,
I'm
it
real
was,
bummed.
It was,
Did she fucking like after that happened? She's like, "Fuck this,
Well, she
I'm
was-
done," and
so-
she left. And I was like, I guess I'm
would
working
too.
one
so
on
she,
one
she was
today.
cool with him the first couple weeks. I thought she was gonna like no one ever lasted with him besides like people like us. So fucking I thought she was gonna be good with him. And then one day I guess she's a lesbian girl. She's having fun with her girlfriend. So she comes in mad already at the
Right.
start of work.
Oh,
and
that's
then
smart.
and like she goes to give him his meds. And he's like fuck you. And so she whips his meds at him.
And then she
Comes
takes
out,
off.
looks at my brother's like I can't fucking do this. So I'm walking- he comes
He
chasing
goes right
after
after
her,
her, dude. I was like,
Oh.
shit.
And like my brother, like he gets out the door and he's ready to fucking swing it. He hits hard.
Yeah.
He would have knocked her the fuck out. But my brother
he
gets out the
dropped the
door
motherfucker on a few
and he's
occasions.
just like fucking yells and he's like, "Hey, motherfucker!" And like the guy
I just yelled
flips
his
out and
name. That
turns
was it.
around.
You can't do that. Then they're gonna call the
Well,
cops
it's
on
right.
me.
He yelled his name, but I'm gonna say it's a fucking.
Well, it's not Thomas anymore, is it?
It is Thomas.
Because you did say Thomas last time.
His name's
Everybody knows-
Tattooey now, dude. He's
I'll-
got
Yeah.
someone
Hey,
convinced him to
Tattooey.
get faces on it or tattoos on his face. I saw him at the fucking
Over here, he
I
used to
saw
live
him at
over here
Oak
for a
Ridge
while.
one
Right,
day,
dude.
yeah.
I was like, "Is that fucking Thomas?" And like, he's got like one here, he's got one here, one here.
Well,
that
it's-
fucking tattoo
We
guy
used
that
to have
worked
a
at the
yeah. We used to have a
company.
dude.
Oh my
We used to have a
God.
dude who was all
They're
tatted.
like, no, I'm allowed to just put
So,
tattoos on this guy's
I
face.
Oh my
I
God.
saw him a few months ago. His daughter goes to the school I work at.
The first time I worked with him, they're like, so he got out of jail yesterday for assault. And I just like this is the first time working with like not ASC.
This is the tattoo guy or the other dude?
No,
The
that
client,
tattoo
the
guy.
client.
The client.
The client.
Oh my god.
And he comes out and he fucking covered in
Professional, would
shit.
Jeez.
My bad.
Oh, I remember my first day with him.
No
he
names,
walks out. He walks out and he sees me and thinks I'm right. He's like, "I crashed." I'm like, "Nope, not him." And I remember we worked with him for like a couple of years, and it's like he come out like he'd shit his pants, and one of his staff would just let him take a bottom shower, quote unquote bottom
Take
shower.
a bottom
Yeah.
Where
shower.
he'd just tell himself that like I turn the water on, I tell myself I clean myself. So he'd come out still stinking like shit.
Fuck that, dude.
And so like I taught my brother, and I was just like, I would just sit there like with my some fucking shirt
yeah.
over my nose, and he come and be like, "I don't stink." I was like, "Yes, you stink like shit right
Well,
now.
the
I'm
best-
not listening.
the
I'm not
be-
smelling this."
Well, on top of it being a bottom shower, the
top
tub
of
was
bottom.
constantly clogged because he would take these showers and just let all his
He would shit in there.
Well, he'd
yeah,
wipe
yeah.
himself down.
That
and-
fool,
and
like,
so,
And so he'd
Wipe
be
it down.
taking
Infinite
he'd be
patience.
taking this bottom shower in brown water almost up to his
Yes.
knees.
oh my god, I had my first day there. He walked out when he first walked out, and he says, "Hi, Chris."
Hell
And
yeah.
I he thought that's my brother. I was like, "Get away! Like, get out of the room! I can't."
Fuck that.
Get the fuck over it, dude.
Yo, the
This
worst.
is a
Oh, yeah,
job.
you have
The
to learn
worst
how
I had to ever deal with was a guy scream at me because I couldn't fit his 55-inch plasma in his Corvette. That's the worst I ever got. What were you thinking?
Oh, my
You should have
God.
just come to Best Buy, you fucking maniacs. You guys are insane.
We have better stories.
Yeah, you
Definitely do.
Fun
I'm
stories.
glad I don't have them.
So I have to fight people for minimum wage.
Yeah. Oh,
I had
congratulations.
like permanent scars from that motherfucker
Well, that's
scratching
the
me
worst
over the
part
years.
is at that
I have
time
a
we were
hole
fighting
right
people
here
for.
that somebody bit out of my arm.
Oh yeah, dude.
At that
Scar
time, we
right
were
there.
we were
Yeah.
fighting people for illegal wages, less than local minimum wage, because they were like, it's based off the minimum wage of Contra Costa County, which is $7.
I used to work 90 hours a week with no overtime.
Nice.
It's like I was working 3 jobs.
Everyone
but with
loves
no
that.
You know what?
Everyone loves
Hey,
that.
But they didn't have to pay us overtime. There were like private contracts.
Well, they were
some way
they were
around
breaking
it.
You
the
know what?
law. They
They
were
didn't
breaking the
stop
law.
that now.
Till now, I made more money at that job than I did at any job I've ever had.
Because you were willing to kill yourself for
Yeah, dude, I lived out of my
400 hours a
fucking
week.
trunk for like 2
Yeah.
years.
Fuck that. Best Buy, dude.
You were the smart one. We're fucking idiots.
Dude, that was rough. Like, just hearing those stories, like, even today is just like, how are you guys fucking alive right now? You're being attacked by fucking
Well, that's
insane
the
clients.
funny is like now my client I work with, I worked with him for fucking 11 years, and so like I don't even need to like
Like
say
family, dude.
I
I
don't
started
know.
with
He's
him.
like a little brother that like at this point I don't need to say words, and like he steps up to go like he's very focused on soda, so if he gets up to go like try to bring his staff to get him a soda, I just point to the fucking
Like
Dude,
a
they were
door.
gonna-
Wherever
They
he's
were going
sitting,
to
and
commit
he
that
sits
fool.
down,
Like, he was
yeah.
a fucking wild animal when it
What-
started.
so-
we fought him for
he's
weeks.
he's
So-
changed.
And now
so-
he's like, he's timid as fuck.
So what happens when one of these motherfuckers picks up a kitchen knife?
Fucking
Oh, that
no.
happened.
Is that when you're done?
One
Oh
of the
my
staff
God, that
got
happened. Of course it
stabbed,
happened.
dude. Like one of the kid, one of the guys grabbed like a knife and he stabbed one of the dudes.
Oh my
You have to
God.
keep shit locked down. There's
I-
a thing, yeah. A lot of
I
these
have
guys are on the
taken
verge.
away.
You still do this?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
does
yeah,
Tim.
yeah, you know.
I have taken away knives, broken plates.
I've tried them.
At some point, you just get over it.
I've taken away
Oh, do you?
baseball bats.
You
I've
do.
taken
you just
away
like, I don't know,
hammers.
most of the time I do nothing. Every once in a while you gotta
Like,
throw down,
yeah.
but like
I've-
90% of the time you're just watching TV for a living.
Here I am trying to convince people to buy a specific camera, and you guys are in the Pacific Theater with
I
a
had
fucking
yeah.
bonsai charge coming at you.
I had a guy one time. I walked up to the office door, right, and I see he's holding a river rock about the size of my head.
You're like, huh,
I'm like,
that's
what's
funny. That's
up?
oddly shaped like my skull.
I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, I'm gonna go bash Steve's head in. And he turns around and walks right in the fucking door and just takes off running. I caught him right as he had gotten into dude's door and like wrapped him up. And I was like, take away the rock from him, please. Like,
Hey,
because
can someone-
everybody was just sitting there staring
rid of
at
the
me, like
weapons.
holding on to this guy. I'm like, he wants to kill somebody. Can somebody take this rock?
I don't know why, but I imagine Tim restraining a person, but in his normal Tim voice, being like, "Could somebody take away that rock?"
Same
Yeah,
level.
no, that's
Hey,
about it.
Can
Yep.
someone take away? Meanwhile, he's like struggling
Yelling
for
doesn't
his
work.
struggling for
No.
his life, and then just could someone grab that rock?
Yeah.
That job taught me how to, like, when people are screaming at you, how to, like,
Yep.
to answer them in the lowest register voice.
It brings them
Because
down.
it really, no matter who it is, it
Yeah.
works with regular people, handicapped
Right.
people. When someone's screaming at you and you're like just regular voice, they feel stupid immediately.
Well, that and it's a panicky sense, right? Like, there's a difference between, like, I joked about the Pacific Theater, but there's a difference between getting, like, shot at and then, you know, having to shout, like, directions versus, like, a crazy situation without, like, loud, you know, sounds going on where, like, it's already a panicky situation and you're going to make it worse by screaming at somebody.
Right, I don't really meet your register.
Right.
So if dude's threatening to hit you and you
Believe
start
him.
shouting at him,
He's going to hit
gonna
you.
elevate him, yeah.
Yeah, he is going to hit you.
Dude, I had some superintendent call me one time and he's screaming. Immediately pick up the phone. It's like yelling, like put the phone away from my ear. And I let him yell for a minute and I picked it up and just like, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look into that. And he's like, you know what, man, I'm very sorry for yelling at you.
Oh, yeah.
At home, he's like, my kids are fucking assholes. He's telling me his life
Yeah,
story.
those are the best. That's
Like,
the best. Had that same thing happen to me.
I feel so stupid.
Because they got a problem that no one's helping them with,
Right.
and they're at the end of their fucking rope, and so they're like, you know what? I'm gonna escalate this shit. I'm gonna call the motherfucker who
go
I
off
can
on
hold
this
accountable, and they try to go off on you, and you're just like, so is that
Oh,
all?
man.
And they go, shit, that
Right.
is kind of all it is, isn't it? They're
Shit.
like, I was a
Well,
dick
that's
just
it.
Never mind,
now.
I'm dumb.
He's
I
told
was a
me-
dick.
I've
Someone
had
had
on
that
at
story-
least like 3 occasions, like a homeless guy come like walking towards me, like yelling threats and obscenities
Yeah.
and shit, and just by going, "What's up, man?" Like it just completely like diffuses it, like because
I've
he's
had-
like, "What the fuck?" Like
I've had
this
the
guy's not
opposite
yelling
where
back
a
at
homeless
me.
guy was yelling at my client to like, give me your fucking money. I need his fucking money. And it's the only time I was like, get the fuck away from him before I get
I have also done that. Yeah.
So the only time I've ever chirped back at somebody, I instantly regretted it, not because anything happened, but because I realized something could have. Taking my dog out to take a whiz, and we've been drinking that night, so like I don't have my normal filter on, and dog's taking a whiz, and there's this dude across the street, the creek. There's the dog run. There's a creek that's probably about like 30 feet wide. Then there's a cycle track with benches that you can sit at. So maybe total like 50 feet away, enough to be able to hear him talking if I were talking at this volume. And he's over there, and he instantly sees me, and he's like starts yelling shit, and I don't realize he's yelling at me. So I'm letting my dog go and do her thing, and then he's just like, "Yeah, so what the fuck are you gonna do about it, bitch?" And I just like I look over at him, and I'm just like, what the hell is your problem, dude?
In his mind, you're escalating. And this motherfucker's ignoring me,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. And
over here
so that's what
yelling.
I say. I was like, hey, what the hell is your problem, dude? And like right then and there, I'm like, oh, I fucked up. It's like 11 at night, and there's a tweaker.
He's got a
Fortunately, I have a
knife.
nice big creek. He'd have to go all the way around and chase it. By then, I'd be back inside. But like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, you're going to get fucking shot right now. And I kid you not, this dude,
Homeless
after I
guy
say,
doesn't have a gun.
right. Thank goodness he didn't. This dude,
Or
right
he
when I say,
does.
what the hell is your problem? This dude goes from swearing at me to going, yo, man, sorry about that. I thought something else was going on. I didn't realize. And he starts like mumbling to himself. I'm like, all right, get the fuck out of here. Like, we got to go. He's going to change his mind really fast.
That's
Like,
cool, man. Do you want to hang out later? Run. Get the fuck out of here.
I walk back in my house and I'm just like, oh my God, don't ever talk to people again, you fucking idiot. What are you doing?
I almost died.
One of my favorites, like I was completely unaware of this until like it was happening already. But like I was dating this girl that lived in Santa Cruz. We were at the movie theater in Santa Cruz. We were standing out front.
Scotts Valley area or actually
No, in Santa Cruz, like
okay,
downtown.
all right.
And this
Oh,
homeless,
yeah, I know that
this
one.
homeless dude walks by and like makes a grab at her purse, I guess. Like I didn't see this part.
Mhm.
And I hear her going like, "What the fuck? Get off me!" And like I turn around just in time to see her just fucking deck this dude into the street. I was like, "Oh well, I guess I don't have to deal with that."
I was going to say, if it's who I'm thinking it was,
Damn,
then
you just
no,
got
you don't
knocked
have to,
the fuck
yeah,
out.
you don't have to worry about anything.
How's it feel to
Yeah.
get beat by a
Quit being a
girl?
bitch.
I was like, "Do I hype man this? Like, what do
No,
I do
if
here?"
it's
Like,
Damn.
the gal that I know, she could take care of herself.
yeah.
Quit crying like a bitch.
Oh no, like we were at Arsonist one night and like this girl fucking elbowed
Banned.
her and next thing I know, like this bitch is on the ground.
Yeah.
Like and she's like, "We gotta go." I'm like, "Yeah, we do."
You're right, honey.
I think I need to go without you.
Listen, we can't be caught going into the same car, so what I want you to do is run that direction. I'll pick you up.
Like, we going out the back right now.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely afraid of confrontation like that with people I do not know. Like, well, I guess that's
dude,
most
she
people.
got me
but-
into so much shit.
I mean, there's only so much like an aggressive attitude and pushing will get me. Like, I fully believe that everybody that is gonna step to me probably has a knife or a gun, and I just don't want to risk that. Because if they do, I don't know how to disarm somebody with a knife or a gun. Like, I just don't. I might be able to overpower a barehanded person, but otherwise, I'm not counting on it.
Even if you do know how, that doesn't mean it's gonna fucking work either.
No, you are
Like-
going to get cut, or you are going to probably get shot. Like, it's not worth the.
Oh, you
That's
see
why I was
those,
so
like-
mad at myself after like
Well, you see
yelling
those
back
video-
at the other tweaker dude.
You see those videos of the couple where one of the couples like, go fucking do something. Like, no, bitch, I'm not getting
No.
fucking stabbed here.
Fight or flight, we fly, we run. Let's do that.
I'm the total opposite.
I'm not trying to get my
No,
ass kicked
running,
in front of a
you're
crowd.
gung-ho
I'm
at
not
him.
that person. I'm not. Yeah, but fight. Yeah, that's me.
I'm not gonna look.
If my
for
wife
it.
is being physically attacked,
Like-
I'm going to jump in. But if it's
Well,
like
yeah.
some
Yeah.
homeless guy on the street screaming in our faces, like
Well, no,
I'm
that's
going.
what you do. What Tim does.
I'd
Yeah,
be
we
the-
gotta
What's up,
go,
man?
honey.
I would do
No, what's up, man?
I would be the guys like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
They're
Nope.
just people. Most of the time, they're fighting demons you can't see anyway.
Exactly why I don't want to be
And
anywhere
you
near
might be
them.
one of those demons.
I don't know. I've just
Yeah, I don't want to have the face of that demon. That dude's like, I need to rip that off.
I've just been in so many situations like because of other people where I'm just like, this isn't necessary.
I
Like,
just don't
why
trust
are
that I
we,
know
like-
what people are on or what's going on in their lives. That
Like, why did we have to get to this point in the first fucking place?
I don't know.
Well,
Like, get in there, dude.
there was
It's
this one
happening, It's
dude
going down.
one
Yeah,
morning,
like, what the
one
fuck?
dude's walking by. I'm hungover as shit, and same situation, taking the dog out, and there's this dude just walking by, like giving out his tragic backstory to the world.
Oh, God.
Can't believe it! They took my fucking wife. They took my kid, my house. What do I gotta do to fucking catch a break? He's like screaming on the other
Get
side
a
of this
job.
creek, man. And in my mind, I'm thinking all kinds of fun stuff, but at the same time, it's like, you say one thing, this dude's gonna chase you. Like,
Get along, little
he's just
doggy.
shouting the most tragic
Well, in that
backstory he could.
situation, you don't say anything.
Right,
You're not
exactly.
involved.
I'm not. Yeah.
No, that's definitely the response you give when you're like on a balcony, like, and he can't get you. So, get a job.
Maybe get a job. No, in my mind, I'm like, oh, this dude's gonna make a badass supervillain, man. He's gonna do really well. Lost the family, lost the house, lost the dog.
It's a
Like,
hell of a backstory, man.
it's a good backstory. He could be fighting Batman in no
In
time.
the middle of a creek.
You're in the
gonna-
middle of a fucking creek,
He's gonna
dude.
be Electro from the newer Spider-Man. movies.
Yeah.
Black. You're going to be a black
He's
guy.
gonna be. He's also going
I
to be
was
black.
going more with the fucked up hair.
Yeah,
and
we know
the
what
I
you
was
meant.
going more with the
himself.
black guy
Yeah,
thing.
we heard you.
Well, the only thing that matters is
You wanna
does
take it
dubstep
there.
play every time he uses his
That's true.
powers. They literally made that movie just so they could do that. Like that's when
I don't know,
dubstep was
that
at a peak.
first scene when he runs it through and it's like bouncing off the pillars, like it was actually not
stupid.
bad.
Fucking lame.
We get it, Austin. You like techno.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
fine.
do.
You like electronic music? That's cool.
No, the shit.
What
That's
a boomer
fine.
thing to call it, dude.
Hey,
Techno.
fucking nerds.
Is it worse that I call it electronic music, or is that
I-
like
I was just
accurate?
hoping
Okay,
he'd be
You
like,
guys
it's
still
a-
listening to
Alright.
Prophet?
A little bit,
A
I just wanted him to be like, it's dubstep. So I'd be
I
like,
did
see?
start with dubstep. I'll say that. I started with the actual genre because that's
Nice.
what
Yeah,
it
you
was.
got it close.
Nice.
I got close on that one. I just, I think Reptile was a better villain. I'm just
Just saying.
the lizard, you know.
He's black too, as well.
He was also black. A black white German man. That's how it worked. Played by Jamie Foxx's doppelganger, Dolph
Why don't you
Lundgren.
give him the George Marks?
I don't know why, but that made me think of the two like little midget robots in Transformers that have ghetto voices for no reason.
I've only seen the first movie, to be
in
honest.
The newer, in like the third one or something, they were like, they were former Decepticons who were turned into Autobots. They're like, yeah, man, it's me and the fucking my homie over here.
That's all right.
It's
That's all right,
terrible.
Mr.
And
Flanagan.
they
I speak
called,
jive.
Michael Bay was called on it, and he's like, "It's fun for the kids."
It's
You know
for the
what's
kids.
crazy? that I Speak Jive thing is my mom's text ringtone for me. Is what it is, big mom. My mom didn't raise no dummy.
Turkey don't want no help. Turkey don't get no help. Cut me some slack,
Chum
Jack.
don't want no
me
help.
some
Chum
slack,
don't
Jack.
get no help.
Don't get the help. He's, what does he say? This I'm feeling
Cut it.
cut feeling chest pains.
Got me. It's like deep into the bone.
Yeah, cut it got me deep into the bone. That's what he said.
Cut it can't hang. Cut it say it can't hang.
Cut me some slack, Jack. The way she's saying it too is like still very white. Like, that movie is so ridiculous.
It is. We're
We have people young enough in my office who haven't seen it, and so we're like, you wouldn't get it. It's fine. And they're like, well, what movie is it? It's like Airplane. It's like, dude, don't
Hey,
ask. You're not gonna watch
I
it.
actually did feel that movie and Mr. Science Theater were the things that I judged my friends on. That like if they don't get the jokes, you're not smart enough.
Well, it's too young for me. Like for this guy, he's like 23, so it's like, what do you know? He's like 10, 15 years removed from our age bracket. So
just show him Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang fucking rules.
Just like
Sign your running on a pity kind.
I was thinking of fucking Scary Movie 3. He was killing. It's been killing ever since. Just like Pootie Tang.
Just like Pootie Tang. We cutting this one?
Yep. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had, and I knew that scar on his cheek on his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and I bird ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him.